Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive into the video, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon. Let's dive in. My greedy sister married my husband, hoping to take over his $400 million fortune. But just a few days later, he passed away unexpectedly. After the funeral, she confidently declared herself the heir to his wealth. However, when the lawyer read his will, what we discovered shocked everyone. My sister was left speechless by what he had written. Hook 1 asterisk, she stole my husband and his millions, but the will had a twist she never saw coming. I didn't cry at the funeral. Not because I didn't feel anything. I just knew the show wasn't over yet. She stood beside the casket wearing black silk and fake tears, clutching the hand of the man who used to be mine. My sister Hannah. The same sister who once swore she'd never betray me. She didn't even flinch when they lowered him into the ground. But I caught it. The faint smile tugging at the corner of her lips. The kind you try to hide before it gives you away. She thought she'd won. And that's exactly what I wanted her to think. It started 2 years ago when Daniel, my husband, began working late. He was the kind of man who made silence feel safe, calm, reliable until Hannah started visiting more often. Just keeping you company, she said. You must get lonely with him always gone. I believed her. She was my sister after all. I ignored the way her perfume lingered after she left, or the way Daniel's eyes flickered when her name came up. I told myself I was paranoid. That's the thing about betrayal. It never comes crashing through the door. It seeps in quietly like smoke under a locked window. Until one night I found her earring, a gold hoop, in his car. He didn't even try to deny it, just sighed like I'd caught him being tired instead of cheating. It just happened, he said. That was the last time I looked at him as my husband. I signed the divorce papers 6 months later. Hannah married him 2 weeks after that. She must have thought she was clever, marrying into $400 million, the real estate, the tech shares, the estate in Marbella. I knew she'd push him toward rewriting his will. I let her. But Daniel was still my weakness, and I was his. That's what Hannah never understood. You can have a man's body, his name, even his money, but you'll never own his guilt. Hook 2 asterisk 3 weeks before he died, he called me and changed everything. So when he called me 3 weeks before his accident, I answered. His voice trembled the way it used to when he couldn't sleep. He said he'd made a mistake, that he wanted to fix it. I'll make it right, Claire, he whispered. I told him to rest. That's all I said. He died 4 days later. A heart attack, they said. I didn't believe it, but I didn't question it either. The universe has a way of cleaning up after people like Hannah. The funeral was perfect. Black cars, white roses, whispers of sympathy. Hannah soaked in every second, pretending to be the grieving widow. When the lawyer called us in 2 days later, she wore confidence like a diamond necklace. She even smirked at me. You shouldn't have come, she said. Family business. I smiled. I know. That's why I'm here. The lawyer adjusted his glasses, his tone professional, detached. Mr. Daniel Monroe updated his will 3 weeks prior to his passing. Hannah's fingers tightened around her designer purse. He continued, reading each word like a blade slicing the room apart. To my wife, Hannah Monroe, I leave one item, the gold earring she left in my car the night my marriage ended. May it remind her that what's taken through deceit will never last. Her smile cracked. The lawyer turned to me. And to my former wife, Claire, I leave the remainder of my estate, including all holdings, properties, and shares as an apology for the pain I caused and the love I never deserved. The silence that followed was beautiful, heavy, final. Hannah's jaw trembled. That's impossible, she hissed. He loved me. I looked her in the eyes. No, Hannah, he paid you. There's a difference. She tried to contest it, of course, hired lawyers, spun stories. But Daniel's will was ironclad, written and signed by the same man she thought was her ally. In the end, she lost everything. The mansion, the accounts, the reputation she'd traded her soul for. I didn't gloat. I didn't need to. I simply watched as the world she built on my ruins collapsed around her. Sometimes I visit Daniel's grave, not to mourn him, but to remember what silence can achieve when used right. Revenge isn't about shouting or breaking. It's about patience, about letting people bury themselves and then handing them the shovel. Hannah still calls sometimes, leaves voicemails full of apologies and desperation. I never respond. After all, she already received her inheritance. A single gold earring and a lifetime to think about what it cost her.